Alright, we're back again, and this video is about the tests we give others and ourselves. Alright, so I think this video kind of like struck a pattern between the last three videos. It was really funny to see because we think we're over something, or we think we've understood it, or we've laid it down to rest. But parts of it will show up in different ways until it's finally gone. And I had this conversation once with somebody. It was like you kind of like speak about something until it becomes a part of you, and you are basically the essence of what you're expressing. Uh, I'm going to acknowledge right now my failure in everything. I think I want to see myself as I have failed now, so that at the very least, or it's my reasoning is anytime I accept that I failed, the next day I do things differently without my consciousness and without my awareness. Most of the time, you want to actually be a part of that change. And I think that's an egotistical approach because you want to be the one that does things, right? And there is no such thing as chance. But fuck, man, coincidences. When people say they don't believe in coincidences, I understand what they mean by like nothing is a coincidence. Yet you had nothing to do with the coincidence. At best, you you relied on something beyond yourself. You trusted in something beyond yourself. So this is me acknowledging my failure. Period. I have no idea with what, but for the past 2 weeks, I've been just kind of like mounting information and trying to create new things and approach things differently in order to understand something new, because I want to start moving towards something again. I think that's the frustration of trying to build something from scratch, especially when you have like the idea and not a lot of people to discuss it with. But just reading this, the tests we give others and ourselves kind of like pulled me back to the time where I tried to make a friendship and I was being tested every step of the way. And I was, or at the very least, let me explain it this way. I was definitely being tested every step of the way. Like, all it took was one mistake. Done. One mistake, I was out. And I didn't have ill intentions. My one mistake was asking, is it worth it to keep repeating something that's never served you before? And asking a few questions about that. That was basically an aggressive approach, I guess. But me, as much as I was myself, I was not truly myself because I as well wanted to pass the test. And the day where I kind of like let go and I did what I normally would do, because why the fuck wouldn't I, right? It's not like I had to consider something or I had to be wary of something. Like it's not like what I'm saying was targeted or angry. It was just like asking questions, and I wanted a straight answer, not like a. I wanted an answer that answers something, or I wanted a statement that says, I don't like this, stop. But that's neither one of them that I got. What I got was like frustration and disappointment. So here, the test we give others and ourselves, because really, if we are within the ability to let go of ourselves, if we are within the ability to let go of our ego, of whatever we think as an existence we are, if we are within the ability to just like leave, leave whatever we're working on untouched, leave ourselves untouched through what we're working on. What's the point in creating a test when the truth will reveal itself? Right? Because ultimately, like, if you go to school to study and you finish school and you go to life and work, how good you were at school would represent itself basically in the thing. I shouldn't have used school, but let's just say I took a pottery class, right? Or 10 pottery classes. Human beings develop the habit of like, instead of like working on things and that's enough, we have to kind of like create the tests in order to make sure that we got the point. So most of the effort becomes the test itself instead of the actual activity. Most of the effort becomes the work we do towards proving that we've done the work. And it's funny because we do that to others as much as we do it to ourselves. So I'm going to repeat it again. If I have been trying to pass a test, then I fucking failed. Full on. And if I've ever given anyone a test, I apologize. Well, I have given a lot of people tests, and I'm sorry. No wonder I'm alone, right? Because I realize that tests don't work, but a part of me is also subconsciously like hesitant to trust that people would reveal themselves. Huh. Yo, I said that out loud, didn't I? When it comes to people, it's just fascinating how quickly we change into the image we give ourselves. And this image is based on a series of tests, right? The tests we give others and ourselves. The tests with an S. Maybe thinking about the tests that you give yourself allows you to see how. Right, so look at it this way. If I actually like I remember in school, we used to always kind of like when we received the test results, we'd always go and ask each other how much did you get on the test. And whoever did good and didn't anticipate doing good or studied hard and did good would go and want to tell people about it. And it's the same between us and other people because we tend to give ourselves a test. And once we kind of like confirm that we have what it takes or we passed the test or whatever, what effectively we do is we go and we want to show people that we've passed our tests, our own tests. Because the result of the test is who we think we are. That's the image that we create. And that's ultimately what we show people. It's a weird way of building our ego. It's a weird way of building our structure in this world. But the more I look at this fucking note, the more I kind of like see it to be truthful. What's the point of taking tests, man? If not to prove something to somebody else. And if that's the case, why are we always giving ourselves tests? Why are we always testing other people? Test is an ultimate form of judgment. You literally like get the grade out of 100 or like 20. I don't know which system you work. But a test is genuinely you going like, out of this many points, this is where you are. Straight up judgment. Any way I look at it, it's meaningless. Because if I decided to study physics, me doing physics should be proof enough of how I actually like operate. Why would I need to take a test? If not for other people to be able to interact with me. Fuck man, the world is built around other people trusting you, and that's why I think most of us have trust issues. It's built about other people trying to make sure they're not making the wrong choice with whoever you are. It's a video. Fuck me.